Fire Emblem. Engage.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining me once again on this Fire Emblem Engage Pacifist playthrough. Today we tackle Chapter 5, and to do so, we shuffle around our emblem rings. Louis teams up with Sigurd, so that he can travel to places where his high strength and defense are useful, and Vander equips Marth for Divine Speed's extra attack. We have also made our first few purchases of the run. You'll see them in action very shortly.
Yes, here.
Normally, players get a free hand axe from killing a cavalier in Chapter 4. We've had to spend money to get one, because Vander has to weaken this door on turn 1. We don't want to break it entirely, because that would cause some of the enemies behind it to start moving at us. If we leave it mostly intact, then the enemies north of it stay still, even if we enter their attack range.
Your steward's ready.
That still leaves 3 angry red units that could potentially block our way, or kill people over the course of multiple turns. We're going to maneuver in a way that lets them flow past us like a river. Alear exploits the break AI of the lance armor. Chloe is out of archer range, making Etier the target that takes the most damage. The final enemy can break either Boucheron or Vander, but the Bouche takes more damage. Alright, that door won't break itself. Clan finishes what Vander started, allowing the man himself to proceed on through. Vander's weapon choice doesn't actually matter here, because he's not going to see any combat this turn. Louis glides into range of Neluce. We'll need him to hit that boss with his javelin on enemy phase. This next part has a lot going on. Saline equips Folkvanger and then consumes our first tonic of the run. We want her to dip below half HP so that, at the start of turn 3, Folkvanger's special effect gives her 3 extra attack that turn. We have put her in range of both an axe fighter and a Rider's Bane wielding lance armor that would otherwise cripple Vander. Saline can survive one of their attacks, but not both. If she gets hit twice, Fran blocks one of them and Saline is fine. If she dodges once, we rewind and cancel the chain guard. If she dodges twice, we rewind and let Louis or Vander reroll RNG by chipping the Armor Knight from range. That's a dodge, so we'll be rewinding. Without the boost from Folkvanger, Saline doesn't have enough damage to finish off Neluce's first health bar after Louis chips her. It's worth noting that we could skip the magic tonic if Saline had bond level 2 with Celica by now, since that adds 1 magic. This is worth considering since only one of each type of tonic can be bought prior to Chapter 9. But, since I know I won't require another one until much later, I'm fine using it here. Now that we're back, I can explain some of the other moves this turn. We want to prevent the archer from ever seeing a kill on Saline, so we have to body block with 3 units. Since Chloe won't die to a single arrow, she is a valuable part of this wall. Boucheron was attacked from the right rather than from above, so he and Alear take this formation. In the other scenario, they would take the 2 open spots to Chloe's right. Since the axe fighter moves first, the lance armor can go for both a chain attack and a break. Absolutely irresistible.
Those shiny rings of yours are gonna be mine, mine, mine!
This one.
Louis' attack connected, but the sword fighter did not cooperate. Vander requires an open path to Neluce next turn, and if either sortie ends up above Louis, the path will be very closed. However, this does allow us to demonstrate another way to influence the AI. If you rewind to just before an enemy does a random move, the decision will be re-rolled. This is a convenient feature, even if we want to avoid relying on it. Speaking of convenient, how about that Sharina bond ring? 2 additional defense is massive this early in the game. It lets Alear survive, just barely, without any tonics. This archer could have moved within Alear's attack range, but they didn't.
I'll never yield.
No big deal, since the EXP loss is tiny. Our more pressing concern is ending the map quickly. Saline has stacked enough damage boosts to be able to melt through Neluche's first health bar.
Looky here, the runaway princess.
I am not running this time.
Every boss from here on out will have multiple health bars. It's a smart game design choice, and it requires us to continue our assault. No matter where the martial monk moves, there is always a way for Louis to override Neluche with Fensilier for 15 damage. Engage attacks ignore Chain Guard. Finally, Vander slips between the remaining enemies to put an end to this stream of conflict.
I better get out of here.
That's Chapter 5 with 1 kill. Join me next time to witness how Boucheron saves the day. Or rather, the night. Take care, everyone. Oh.